Okay, there's Juju here. There's
Yeah,
Muntaha.
Juju's here. Yeah, it's Abdullahi, Juju,
All right,
Muntaha,
it's the kid, it's the
Mane,
kid,
no
it's the kid,
Corey.
it's the kid, 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 it's the kid. We're riding, we're riding, we're riding, we're riding, we're riding, man. It's a hangout, guys. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this hangout. But I have a duty to the people. I have a duty to the people. And we've got a lot of key stuff to talk about. We've got a lot of key stuff to talk about, and I'll be real with it. But don't worry, I think we're gonna have a great show. Remember, guys, if you're in here, hit the like button. Support your boy, hit that like button, smash that like button so much. Support your boy, hit that like button right now. And if you're new, subscribe. Hit subscribe. This is the best football channel in the planet, but this is the best football debate show on the planet. Trust me, there is no show better than this. And just a few things moving forward. I've had some feedback from some guys, specifically from my homeboy Ford and so forth. We're going to try and streamline this hangout. I want to try and keep this hangout strictly to an hour, which means that, guys, you're going to have a more restricted time to which you talk. We can't have guys talking for 5-6 minutes. So if I just say to move on and I move on from you, it ain't personal. You just have to move on because we have to think about the audience that is out there. So whatever point you want to make your point in 2-3 minutes and we
Thank
move.
you, H.
Okay, we want to make this nice, cool streaming. So on the agenda today, what do we have on the agenda today? We're going to talk about Hazard. We're going to talk about his weight. We're going to talk about who is the better keeper, Ederson or Alisson Becker. We may touch upon on Inter Milan, just very briefly on Inter Milan and how they're doing and how they're. And we're going to talk about Coutinho and how he's dancing at Bayern. And as we always do, for Champions League week, we'll be looking ahead, previewing the games of the Champions League, and I believe easy. We believe that the biggest game in the CL is Bayern Munich against Tottenham. So we're gonna pop off. We're gonna pop off. So remember, guys, chill, just chill. Um, I will be trying to look at the chat as I always do, but remember, if you send a super chat, that will be read as a priority. That will always be read as a priority. If you send a super chat, we'll give you a shout out and we will read it out. If you don't want to waste your money, don't use a super chat to insult Hazard and his weight because I will not read that out. So you have been warned. Don't use a super chat to insult Hazard and his weight because that will not be permitted or allowed. You have been warned. So, oh God. I was on Twitter and I came across this. Wait. Abdullah, can you wait? Abdullah, can you just mute it, please? Thank you. Just mute yourself because I keep on hearing your bloody phone buzzing. What the hell? I came across this. This is an image that's obviously not real, but it's trying to make a point of Hazard being overweight. Now, when I first saw the footage, of Hazard playing for Real Madrid, I thought he was wearing a 3XL jersey. I was like, so wait. Hazard, why would you wear a baggy jersey? That makes no sense. Then I looked at the game a bit closer and I was like, no, no, he's not wearing a baggy jersey. That is his weight. And before I joked and said, look, man, he's looking trim and everything, but this is the first time where I'm like, wow, he's moving heavier. He's a lot slower. He isn't as sharp and light on his feet as he was for Chelsea and for Belgium. And it got me worried. I will not be alive. We're going worried. So before I turn it to my lovely and my amazing panel out there, the thing is let me just say my piece and I'll give it to the panel. It's still early on in the season. This last I checked, the season doesn't end in September, unless things have changed. Last I checked, the season doesn't end in September. Nor does it end in October or November. There is still a very long way to go. And Atletico Madrid away is one of the toughest games to play in football. Not many teams ride against Atletico away from home. So my thing is that so far it's looking dodgy. But my thing is this: you can't say that he's failed. You can't say that he's a flop. You can't say he's finished. You have to give him a season. You have to give him a season because I know how talented this dude is. As of right now, he's probably an upper tier 2 or a tier 3 right now. That's what's happening right now. But you have to give him a season. You guys keep getting at me for being reactionary and everything. But people saying that his finish is a flop, fat side, that is you being reactionary. So you're actually being hypocrites by doing that. So I just think that it is very, very important, in my view, that insult him now. He was a brick. He was pretty ineffective in that game. 100%. Say all you want. And it was ineffective for the match against PSG. But you can't use that as a total statement. You can't use that as a finite statement when the season isn't even halfway through. So that's my thing about it, is that give this guy go. So before I give it to your boy Abdullahi, let me read this super chat here that I hope isn't being rude. So from Primera Marmot, thank you for your 499 super chats. Thank you, dear sir. Primera Marmot says, Hazard still thinks he's playing in the Premier League where the opposition gave him tons of space. Hey, look, Primera, give him a season, bro. Give him a flipping season. Can we please stop having guys breathing in their mics? If you're not speaking, please mute your bloody mic. I am begging you. Please mute your mic. I don't want to hear you having sex live on this flipping Hangout. Abdullahi, Hazard, is he finished? Is he done, or are people being too reactionary in their insults towards him?
Wow, thank you. For me, I've said this in the Hangout before, and I will say it. Hazard is not the problem. Though, yeah, I see it's overweighted, it's over and very slow. It's not the Hazard I know in Chelsea. It's not the one I know in Belgium. It's not that sharp. But we have to understand this is a new league for Hazard. It's a totally, and I'm still gonna say it. Hazard is not the problem. I'm worried because it's been flopping.
Yo, Abdullahi, your mic is cutting out, bro. You're cutting out a bit, bro.
Your mic is performing like Hazard.
And it's playing.
Abdullahi, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to mute you. Try and come back in. Your connection is flopping. Your connection is flopping. I'm sorry. I can't let you go. So Ahmed, hit it. Ahmed, hit it.
Okay, so we're just going to talk about Hazard or the derby in general?
No, we're talking about Hazard. So the question is,
Okay.
based off this performance, and maybe you can just say performances so far, are you ready to be with the crowd saying that this guy's a flop, overrated, he's a Premier League merchant, or is it too early to say what he's done?
No, it's far too early. I mean, he's played what, like 30 minutes against Levante, 70 minutes against PSG, and about the same amount against Atleti. Isn't that all he's played? It's like two and a half games. You can't sum up a whole player on his first 2.5 games for the club. Although he is fat right now, like he's out of shape. Like when I went to watch the Madrid derby in person, the friendly, I was there in person. I was at Burger King in the morning, bro. I saw him there. I saw him ordering his Whoppers and all that.
That's a lie, bro. Don't. That's a lie. Don't spread lies. You didn't see Hazard at Burger King. Come on, bro. No.
I'm gonna act like I didn't hear that and just keep on moving forward with the fact that it's too early. Hazard's a great player who has potential at Real Madrid. Like you saw moments against Levante, for example. He showed that he can work with James and link up. I think when the team gets better, as they're showing improvement with Benzema and all that, Hazard will perform this season, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Lion Teamer.
Yeah, like last time I checked, can you check the La Liga table? Where's Real Madrid? Aren't they in first place?
Top of
So you mean to tell me that Hazard at a negative 50% of his capabilities.
Thank you.
Has Real Madrid in first place? This is how good he really is.
Preach. Tell these guys, man.
You don't want to be like a Neymar where he peaks before December and then he disappears. You want him to peak post-February. You don't want him to peak now.
Thank you.
And also, let me give you some names. Messi, Ronaldo, Bergkamp, Henry. What do they have in common? They're all notoriously bad starters. Like they start very slowly, especially Bergkamp, Henry. They're very slow starters to the season. Nobody chats shit about them, do they? And he's played how many minutes? 267 minutes, yeah? That's not even 3 full games. And you're just going to disregard the phenomenal 18 months he had, starting with the World Cup?
Preach.
I mean, write him off at your own peril, but if you do, I think you're just a fucking clinical moron.
Easy
swearing.
language. Kids listen to this. Kids listen to this. Kids listen to this. Carry on, the Lancema.
That's it. I mean, no, hell no, he's not finished.
All right.
That's my point.
Before I get to the next member, so from Silver Spring, thank you for the super chat, Silver Spring. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you, bro. So Silver Spring says, how long before the Madridistas pay Hazard a parking lot visit, bro? Well, they better not, because they better respect a tier 1 player, bro. So that's what I'm saying. All right, Christ, hit it. Okay, Hazem, hit it.
Yep. So good game. Madrid derby was good, balanced game. As for Hazard himself, I'm not gonna be so immature and reactionary as the Salah haters, where they, after a few poor games,
Hazem,
they
stick
immediately
to
start.
Hazard. This has nothing to do with
No,
Salah.
don't worry.
Stick
I'm not gonna
topic.
be.
Stick on topic. I need
Yes,
you on
this is
topic.
this is on topic. This is on topic. And I'm not going to be reactionary, where after a few games, immediately everybody jumps on him and has topics like, "Is he the real deal?" or something like that. So Hazard is had a few bad games, and so what? It's the beginning of the season. Madrid are top of the table. It's he didn't lose them points, and he had a few bad games. Every player, even the best players in the world, have a few bad games, and he's in a new team. He playing a new system, maybe bigger pressure, but he's gonna take some time to adapt and to fully understand his role. And so I'm not gonna be as immature as those haters, and I'm gonna say that Hazard is. You just need to give him a season. You need to.
Okay.
I can't evaluate after a few games. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Jujuma.
Hazard. I mean, this man is.
Wait, Jujuma. Just chill. Just think first before you speak. I'm begging you, because Jujuma, be very, very careful what you say. Because remember, I found you. I gave you a career. So don't say any crap and rubbish from you. So speak very carefully. Talk.
I'll say the truth, Double H. We're a week away from October. People are making excuse for the morbidly obese player known as Hazard. And the other thing is, I watched that Atleti game, and it was like, this man has no impact. He looked like he's out of shape. He looks like he's out of place. And look, I don't give Zidane credit, but Madrid played really well. Like, tactically, Zidane did a good job in the first half that I saw. But Hazard, every time, they even ignored him and gave Bale the ball. At times, like they passed it to the Bale's side, because Hazard is. I mean, there's potential, but I mean, I don't care about potential. The guy doesn't look like a football player. I think it's justified. It's justified.
So very briefly, so Gentleman, so are you now saying that he's flopped? That he's a complete flop for Real Madrid after 6 games? Is that what you're now saying to me?
Oh no, I'm because I saw potential, but what's it called? What I'm saying about Hazard right now is he doesn't look. I mean,
no.
Juju, right now,
Make a clear bloody statement. Either you've said he's a flop or give him a season. What is it? Choose one.
Look, I'm not giving him a season. I saw that Bailey. It takes like 6 months. It takes at least 6 months to get rid of that Bailey. I saw that Bailey.
Okay.
The season is over. Look. I'll just say it like this, Double H. What's it called? Hazard. I think Zidane Hazard needs tough love. He needs tough love.
Okay.
He's being pampered too much. He needs tough love, and he needs to get his act right.
Okay. All right. Liverpool for everybody.
Yeah, bro, it's not looking too good, but I'm going to give him a season.
So give him a season.
Yeah, definitely give him a season.
Okay. Manny.
I mean, yeah. So I was watching the game, right?
Wait. Okay, Manny. For once in your life, be respectful. That's all I ask for. Once in your life, be respectful. Continue.
Okay. All right. So I was watching the game. I turned on the screen. For a second, it was Hazard on the ball. For a second, I thought the TV was in wide mode. I was like, "There's no way this guy just fills up the whole screen, and he's the only person on the ball." It's
Manny,
crazy.
stop exaggerating, man. That's a lie. That's a lie, Manny. Stop
The, the
exaggerating. That's a
build,
lie.
the build on this guy, man, is built like a mattress, pretty much. Like he's so wide. I was even shocked. I mean, I like Hazard. He's a good player. He can dribble 10,000 dribbles a second. That's what he was good at. But I watched the game. I couldn't believe it. He could barely move. I mean, there has to be a reason, guys. There has to be. The guy has tuberculosis or something. No way he's this shit. I mean, I've seen the video. I keep watching over and over again. The guy can't dribble. Kyrian Trippier completely locked him down. I think Hazard was afraid to play. Honestly, like it was just shocking what I saw. Uh, Moving forward towards the season, I think is an exposure season. He can't get any better than this. So even if he loses his weight, it looks like he can't dribble anymore. So I don't
So
know.
wait. So chill. Wait.
Good.
Before I go to Milko, just very quickly, Manny. So you're now saying for the record that he's over, season over, he's useless. Is that what you're saying? That's so you won't give him a season. He's already flopped. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, all he could do, his best attribute is go eat cheeseburgers, as he says. That's all he can
All
do.
right.
That's
Okay.
his
Yeah.
best.
Okay. Yeah. You've talked. Okay. Before I get to Milko, let me hit the super chat here. Super chat here for Happy Feets 1835 €2 super chat. Homeboy says, "Thank you very much for your super chat, bro. How do you come to Real Madrid and that's when you get fat?" Happy Feet, I don't know. Ask Hazard. Something is happening. We don't know what's happening, but ask him. I have no idea what the hell is going on. Milko.
Yeah, I agree. I think Hazard is overweight. But this is what I will say. I really like his link-up play with Benzema. I think him and Benzema have a really good connection between each other. And he seems ever since he started for Real Madrid, he seems to be the guy who really kickstarts Real Madrid's attack. He's the guy who really starts the play. He can be a creator. He's very, very good. I actually think, and I'm not even gonna lie here, but I really do rate Hazard, and I always say this. He has a way better close control, and he showed in Real Madrid than Messi. It's facts.
Wait. Let him land.
Oh,
Let him land.
God.
Milko, just land. Milko, land.
So all I'm saying is, I think he's a good player. And I agree he's overweight, but I really like the connection between Benzema, and I actually think he's a way better player based on close control than Messi, and that's how I.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Oh my god.
Rahimski. Red.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Rahimski's there. Rahimski, hit it.
I was gonna say, HH, what was the longest you've ever gone without eating carbohydrates or sugars?
Maybe about 5-6 days, because I was on a vegan diet for maybe about a week, so maybe about a week.
Okay, so imagine going for like 8 to 9 to 10 months without eating like these processed sugars, carbohydrates. All you're having is plain chicken with broccoli, maybe a little bit of steamed rice here and there. It's 10 months
Jujuman,
of the
mute your
season.
mic. Sorry, Jujuman, mute your mic. I can hear you cooking in the kitchen. Rahimski, continue.
It's 10 months of the season.
He's
like
cooking
when
while
you're on,
Rahimski's
when
talking
you're,
about
when
the
you're,
food.
when you're on vacation, you want to have a good time. Like if you see a cookie dough cheesecake, you want to grab it. If you're on vacation, you see the strawberry cheesecake or the poke or jollof or biryani. You want to enjoy these things. Cheeseburgers, these things are important in life as well. You can't spend the entirety of the year on diet. So cut the man some slack. Let him eat his biryani and peace, man.
Wait,
Judgment, shut the hell up. You've already spoken. I'll get back to you. So Rahimski, are you saying that you're willing to still give him a chance and a season? Or so basically, because what I'm hearing from you is that this doesn't worry you. The whole weight thing doesn't worry you.
See, the thing is, HH, when you deal with 8 years of Benzema and you see what a real fat fuck looks like, You tend to you realize throughout this process, once Hazard loses weight, he'll come in form. Look at Benzema right now. Benzema's got a 6-pack. He wanted to show the world in that Atletico. A season ago, this man was
Look at
carrying
Lewandowski.
A season ago, this man was carrying 3 twins in his stomach. And inshallah, he gave birth properly. But I'm just saying, once
He's
the guy
still like 30.
once the guy loses weight, he's gonna get back his pace. He's gonna get back his agility. Hazard is very known for being difficult to get the ball from, and that comes down to the fact that he plays like Messi in the sense that it's difficult to grab him because he accelerates at the right time. You notice Hazard.
So it's your sense, once he loses the weight, he's going to be money.
Once he loses the weight, the 1-2 plays with Benzema are gonna be unreal.
Okay.
Because Hazard's gonna pass. Benzema's gonna pass it right back while Hazard's accelerating, and he's just gonna score.
All right, Red.
I don't think the problem is with his physicality at all, because when I saw him in the Sevilla match, he was running back and forth. He actually had the most successful tackles, ball retentions of any player on the pitch. He was working hard and he was running. I think that's just his natural physique in overall his performances. The thing that he's missing is just a little bit of chemistry and timing. So I agree with what Andrew said. He needs some time. Once he gets into form and he finds that timing and that chemistry with the rest of the players like Marcelo, Benzema, he starts linking up with these players properly, the stats will come. The only thing is he needs time. He's only had 2.5 matches. Like he was coming off an injury and he's coming off a summer vacation. Like, at least give him some time to at least get into form before we at least start crucifying the guy. My 2 cents. He's solid. He's been good. Top of the league.
Okay.
For TP.
For
Mane, bro.
Give him a season and just chill.
Oh yeah. We give him time to at least mesh well. Like, you can't just buy a player for 100 million and then sack him after a couple of months. Like, you got to keep him for at least a season or 2. Give him a chance. Let him adjust to. He's moving to a whole different country, different style of play, new team,
new food.
Manny, shut the hell up. Vas.
Dude, last summer, okay, I was so hyped when we signed this
Vas, be respectful.
Belgian.
Vas, be respectful. Vas, be respectful.
Yeah.
Kids listen to this show, be respectful. Mind your language.
Okay. Okay, so I was like so hyped and excited when we signed this mid-20s Belgian star from Chelsea for 100 million, over 100 million in June. But Leicester, I didn't realize that 100 million was not for his quality. It was just for Marina to cover all the Burger King and McDonald's bills that he left over at Chelsea. Dude, I think on top of that, we have to spend $200 more to buy a triple XL jersey for this guy to hide all his body weight.
Vas, you know that you're talking to your prime signing. So why are you insulting your prime signing? Shouldn't you be showing some support? I don't know what.
The prime signing was Benjamin Mendy, and overall it's still Cristiano. So dude, I see this guy, dude, on the TV screen, and I can't even see the pitch, dude, because his size, his girth is hogging the entire screen.
Which is a lie. You're lying. That's a lie. You're exaggerating.
Dude,
That's a
I can
lie.
see, dude.
Yeah, we get it. He's fat, okay?
Dude,
Yes,
even through.
Okay, wait.
Oh no, we don't get it. We don't get it. Continue, Vas.
No, Jujima, shut up. You've already spoken. Jujima, you've already spoken. Wait, Vas. Let's just get to the flipping points here. Are you already saying he's a flop, or are you saying give him a season? Very simple.
No, dude, I'm just kidding. Give him a season, dude. I was mainly against him because of your overhyping him a little bit. But yeah, give him a season. Red is actually spot on. And he actually, somehow, even with all that, even despite, looking like a sumo wrestler and everything, he actually covered a lot of distance against Sevilla. So maybe he can still run. It's embarrassing when you can't dribble Trippier 1v1.
Okay, thanks. All right, Vas. Thanks, Vas. You've talked. Thank you. Okay, Munta, look, Munta, look. You're the last one here. You anchor the show. So, but Munta, easy, Munta. This is all I ask of you. I know that you're gonna go in hash, but Munta, this is all I plead with you. Let me
No.
Wait, Munta, wait, easy.
Tell him, Munta,
Please, easy. Munta, let me just plead my case. I beg you. Let me just plead my case. Munta, all I'm saying is, it's September, and Munta, you know what this guy did in the World Cup. You know what this guy did for Chelsea last season. Muntal, just give him time. Give him time, please. Muntal, go. It's the floor is yours,
bro. Like, first of all, okay, like we all know that Eden Hazard is fat and all those stuff. Yeah, like people are too reactionary. Like that's my point. Like that's my opinion. Like, of course, man. Like, okay, let him enjoy, and his body physique is more of like he gains weight and all. Look. At the end of the day, we cannot deny the fact like he's the world class player, world class talent. Like you have to give him time. And for me, look, man. You can see the cases with Ousmane Dembele. What happened to him in Barcelona? Like, still Barcelona is giving him, like, this is third season in Barcelona. Isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, still they're giving him chances. So for Eden Hazard, any day, I will give him, not as a season, 2 seasons, And now let's talk with respect to the games he played, yeah? He played the potential Champions League winners this season. Could be PSG away. Okay? He faced one of the difficult sides of La Liga, yeah? Sevilla away. Yeah, he played one of the best, literally the best defensive team in the world of world football right now, Atletico Madrid. Yeah, even though Godin is left, like there's so many players like Savage and Jimenez. These guys are so underrated, bro. And for me, bro, like to find spaces in the flank, and they knew that Eden Hazard is like a dangerous man from the Real Madrid side. And if you can see the Jimenez, Savage, and Trippier, like it was 3-on-1 in the first half. So what I expect, like I didn't expect Eden Hazard to produce, like anything. Yeah, I know that like he should have been, performed better way. And for me, yeah, like it was a kind of disappointment. But like if you tell me that he's done, no, that's like utterly bullshit, bro. Like come on, you need to give him a season, and I think so he'll improve, man.
So basically, you feel confident if he's given a season, he can ride.
Easily, bro. Easily.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
All right. So, let's move on to.
Oh wait, can I respond?
Oh, okay, Jujuman, what do you want?
Oh yes,
Be very brief.
All right, I think everyone's being scared to call out Hazard in the hangout because the man. Because I mean,
wait.
No, because we say
based on what? Based on what?
No, based on the man. People say, oh, he just gained a bit of weight. No, he didn't. This guy is morbidly obese. He doesn't look like a football player.
Can I ask you? Let me ask you one quick question, Jim. Let me ask you one quick question. Are we halfway through the season? Yes or no?
Oh, we are approaching. We are approaching October. This is a 2 month thing.
Wait. Jujuman.
It's Abdul. Can I talk about Hazard?
No, Abdul. I'll get you, Jujuman. We are not even yet in December. If in November he's still overweight, oh my gosh, you have a point. We are 6 games into the season, my guy. How do you not give the guy a season if we're not even half?
Juju, he played just 2.5 games. He just plays 2.5 games, bro. Come on, Juju, bro.
2.5 games. Then why is he starting if he's not fit? Like I'm judging the guy if he plays. If he's not fit, I'm going to judge him. And the criticism is valid. The people that are calling out Hazard is valid because what's he called? The man is fit. If he's not fit, then go and get your fitness. We started this the Hazard joke during the summer, hoping that he would be fit, and by now he should be running. But he's not. This is a big concern, and it's like if this man is still playing and doesn't have his fitness, I think we should criticize him.
Okay.
No. Juju, you criticize on his football.
Wait. Let me hit it. Wait, chill. Let me hit it to Abdul, because Abdul, it's been ages, man. Where the hell have you been, bro?
Oh, it's been ages. I just busy and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah,
So Hazard. So basically, the simple question: are you ready to write him off? Say this guy is a bomb for season, or give him a season?
I'm not gonna write him off, but what Juju man is saying is right. As much as I love Hazard as much as anyone, but it's embarrassing. You got your dream move, right? You're one of the highest paid players in the world. You're one of the best players in the world, and you don't even forget the fact that you're unprofessional by showing up to work literally overweight. Like you can literally see the fat jiggling. You can literally see his fat jiggling when he's trying to sprint. He can't even jump. His acceleration is gone. But forget about that. Do you not have any respect for your image?
Yeah,
you're one of the best players.
Give him time, bro. Give him time.
Your own image, like as a footballer, when you're the face of Real Madrid right now, and you show up on TV, literally fat. We're not kidding. We're not making fun of him. He has actually fat. He has fat. You can see his fat jiggle. So that's not like a game like yesterday. When you look at it yesterday. As I don't even like Zidane, everyone knows that. But Zidane actually got the game plan spot on. We improved defensively. We were tight. We were in the game, and the game plan was for our best player, the $100 million man, or whatever the fuck we paid for him, to make the difference. He was probably our worst performer on the pitch.
Easily.
Why? Because he's not professional enough and he's not in shape. Okay, and people are saying he's gonna lose weight. Okay, he is gonna lose some weight, but the fact of the matter is you lose most of the weight in preseason because the training sessions are more intense. Training sessions right now are not intense because you have to watch out for injuries. You don't want to fatigue the players and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get 2-3 months from now, Hazard is still not in shape because the training sessions are not intense right now. The weight is supposed to be lost back in the summer.
Okay. All right.
Hazard is one of my favorite players, but I'm
Okay, wait.
pissed off.
No. No,
Yeah,
because
I just
we have to
want
move on. We
add
have to
over
move on.
you
We have to
one
move on
thing.
because we have a lot of topics to go through. We have to move on. We may come back to it, but we have to move on. Before we move to our next topic, let me just hit the super chat here from Happy Feet 1835, who says, "Thank you very much for your €2 super chat." He says, "Multi-millionaire in best club greater than beer belly. No excuses." Happy Feet, please, we're not a fat shaming show. Let's not fat shame. Let's help Hazard to lose that weight. Please. So, next on the agenda here, we have this whole thing. So basically, I watched the City game that they played against Everton. And I get that Ederson is... So that Becker is injured. But for so long, I think I was told that... Becker was basically Brazil's number one and one of the best keepers in the world. I think at one point people were trying to say that he deserved to be top 3 in the Ballon d'Or. Complete psycho bullcrap. That I don't even know how people were actually pushing that agenda. But when it now comes down to both these keepers, and maybe this speaks to a larger topic I want us to discuss is, first of all, who is the better keeper between Ederson and Becker? And as of right now in 2019, who is the best keeper in the world, number one keeper in the world? Now, let me just say my piece and I'll give you guys the floor. For me, I believe that both Ederson and Becker are great keepers, quality keepers. But for me, I've seen Ederson make much more impressive saves than Becker, and Ederson is far better with his feet than Becker. So, with regards to the modern keeper, what is expected for the modern keeper? Ederson gives you superb shot saving and he's amazing with the ball at his feet. So for me, in my view, I'm going to say that, Ederson is a better keeper. As of the best keeper in the world right now, bro, people have to look at Handanovic. People have to look a lot at Handanovic. I think people are not giving Handanovic. I think for me,
Don't.
He is the just make sure. I say Handanovic is the most underrated keeper right now. But as of right now, I think we've got to ride with Ter Stegen. I think Ter Stegen is that dude, and he even provided an assist for the Cannibal on the weekend. So for me, as of right now, Stegen is easy, man. Let me land. For me, Stegen for me is the best keeper. So let's hit it right now to A1. So A1, the question is, who is the better keeper, Ederson or Becker, and who is the best keeper in the world right now?
Oof. All right, cool. Better keeper, I would say Allen, simply because he's more calmer than Ederson. As in, like, I feel more secure and safe if if Alisson was in goal than Ederson. Even though they're both good keepers, but just about Alisson's better. Best keeper in the world. I'm pretty sure I said this last hangout I was on. Oblak. He's the best. He's the best keeper in the world right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And Handanovic, yeah, he's underrated. But I'm pretty sure
he's top 5.
If you know about keepers, you'll know that he's been like one of like top 10 keepers in the world. Like, so yeah.
Quality. I mean, the guy makes it insane safe. So Abdul, same question. Who's better? Ederson,
Don Abdul.
I think talent-wise, I think it's Ter Stegen. Like, the thing about Ter Stegen, there's something about him where there's certain games where he's just really bad, and they're usually in big games. Like certain big games where he just, even Barca fans sometimes criticize him about it. Like 99% of the time, he's amazing. He's Barca's second best player most of the time after Messi. But there's certain games, and then at the same time, Oblak, in those games, he's always Atletico's best player. Like in every big game, he keeps Atletico in so many games.
Yeah,
so I would give it. For me, like if I had to pick, I would go with Oblak because of that. He has that big game factor. More talented.
Okay.
What about Ederson and Alisson?
That's tough. I don't know, to be honest. That's very close.
But if you had to pick one, Ederson or Alisson?
I would go with Allison. I think he's a bit better on the ball,
Yeah.
but like other, I honestly don't know. Like it's very close, and they both make some silly mistakes at times, so it's very very close.
Okay. So quickly, just before I go to Abdullahi. So Gatlock, thank you for the £2 super chats. He says HH Ter Stegen versus Neuer in the German squad, boycotting. I want just for to see what the ex-convict does. I want Ter Stegen to be picked as the number one to see how the ex-convict is going to react. Abdullahi, who's better, Ederson or Becker? Who's the best keeper in the world right now?
Well, the best goalkeeper in the world right now, I'll go to Jan Oblak, Atletico Madrid goalkeeper.
Okay.
The reason I would say Oblak is because he's been the best goalkeeper. He's been their best player. We all watch very well. I would say Ter Stegen, but Ter Stegen usually make a lot of mistakes. If you watch Becker match a lot, he makes some silly ass mistakes. You don't want to like, what are you doing this Ter Stegen? But look at Oblak. You will know there's a presence in that team. You will surely know there's a presence in that team. Forget about
Kepa?
Simeone.
Easy. Let me land, man. Let me land.
Forget about
Wait. What? Wait. Who the hell's head Kepa? What? No, wait, sorry, Abdullahi, finish your point. Abdullahi, finish your point.
Forget about Diego Simeone defensive tactics. God, Jan Oblak is the best. Is the best.
All right, so between Ederson and Becker, who's better?
It's for me. I would choose Ederson Moraes. Ederson Moraes is far better than Alisson in terms of fit. I'll be safe playing Ederson Moraes than Alisson Becker because I know if I'm a striker, once I see Ederson Moraes in the box, I know he's gonna shoot me the ball and I'm gonna score the goal.
Okay.
Because he has a technique in which Guardiola wants him to play. So
Okay.
I would choose that.
All right.
Ederson Moraes, sorry.
Ahmed.
All right. For the person who said Kepa, I want them to know that we're not talking about managers right now. We're talking about goalkeepers. Who's the best goalkeepers? So between Ederson and Alisson, I'd have to give it to Alisson. For the saves that he makes, some of them are really great saves. And also, I've seen Ederson make more mistakes than Alisson. I know this season Alisson hasn't really been playing because he's been injured, but based off last season and even the season before at Roma, when he played well at Roma, so I give that to him. And for the best goalkeeper in the world, I said this last Friday when we discussed the same issue, Jan Oblak, because he's been Atleti's best player for years now. He's been the best player at Atletico Madrid, consistent, better than Griezmann, better than Costa, better than all these players they brought in to Madrid, to that Madrid. Oblak has to be the best. The saves he makes, the way that he keeps his team in games is just unrivaled in my view. Ter Stegen now, because his defense is now trash and they concede a lot of shots, he's been stepping up. But he makes more mistakes than Oblak, so I have to say Oblak is the best goalkeeper.
So between Ederson and Becker, who is better between those two, Ederson and Becker?
Alisson Becker.
Becker, okay. Lance Tamer, get it.
Well, they're eerily similar. I mean, they're both 26, both are 6'3", both Brazilian, both play in the Prem for the two best teams. Both like to come off their line very often. They have no weaknesses really. They're good at long
both
shots.
make mistakes. They make mistakes.
Let me land, man. Let guy land, man. Come on, let guy land.
Yeah, they're very good at saving, close rangers, long rangers. Their reflexes are on point. But I just think aerially, Ederson is better. He's got a better presence. I mean, he's got those neck tattoos. Like, you don't want to, be one-on-one with Ederson. He can make himself really big. He's wide. I think he's wider. He's got a bigger frame than Alisson. So I think he's slightly better. There's not much they're both excellent goalkeepers, world class. But as far as who the best goalkeeper is, I'd say Buffon. No, I'm kidding. It's probably man. I want to say Neuer because he's the GOAT, but it's probably Ter Stegen right now based on form.
Okay.
Plus, Alisson doesn't face as many shots as Ter Stegen does because Ter Stegen has a horrible defense, which he plays behind Van Dijk and Matip, so I can't really put him number one.
Okay. All right.
It's based on the amount of shots he's facing.
Hazem.
Yeah, bro. First of all, Lion Tamer, thanks for reminding me about Buffon. that guy's a shameless piece of shit.
Whoa,
Like
easy. Come on, guys. Easy.
returning to a club just to break the record of
Hazem,
Mourinho of
look,
most appearances.
let's not get on Buffon's line.
How
Let's
the
just
hell
focus on the thing at hand, please. Thank you.
the people still have respect for this guy? Anyways, yeah. So in terms of who's better between Allison and Becker, I think between Allison and Ederson, I'm gonna have to go with Allison. It's quite close, but I think it's clear that Allison is better overall. Because first of all, last season he was one of Liverpool's best players. He literally got them through the group stage.
Wait, Hazem. Someone in the chat said that you would say Donnarumma. Thank God you didn't say Donnarumma. But
No, it's not Donnarumma. Anyways, Allison literally that save against Milik in the in the Champions League group stage was literally the reason they got out of the group stage. That was one of the best saves, and he was consistent throughout the tournament. Very good saves. And I always say this: for me, the keepers, the main thing should be they should always be making the easy and normal saves, and the outlandish and amazing saves are just an extra, and that's why I don't consider Donnarumma as one of the top five, because he makes the hard saves, but he doesn't make the easy ones. So yeah, so I'll say Alisson is better based on his Champions League performances and his in general at Roma he was better.
Okay,
and
so
even though so
and best keeper right now, best keeper right now. Best keeper right now.
Best keeper. I mean, I think we already had this subject last week, and so my answer is the same.
Which is because I can't remember.
Chesney.
Wait, Hassan, for God's sake, man.
Why would I change my answer from last week?
I mean, why? But Hassan, that makes no sense. That makes zero.
I explained last week. I don't need to explain again.
Oh God! All right. Juju man.
I say Ederson is better than Alisson, and it's not because I'm biased towards City. I don't care about Pep, but it's he does a lot more. He does a lot more, and because I think Tamer said it. Alisson has arguably the best defense to cover him, so he doesn't get tested as much as Ederson, who, I mean, he doesn't have a defense. I don't know that City if anyone rates that defense. So he does a lot of work, and plus he has to be good on his feet because they demand that in Manchester, and so I go with Ederson,
and
for the best goalkeeper,
best keeper in the world.
Yes, I think it's Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen. I would say Ter Stegen is the best, and the second best I would say. I mean, I saw Oblak save and everything, but he's terrible at penalties. So I don't know if I'll put him high because of the penalties.
So who's your number one? Who's your number one?
It's Ter Stegen is the best for me. Like right now, I think Neuer is still top 3, but Ter Stegen is the first.
All right. Liverpool for everybody, man. So Ederson or your boy Alice in Wonderland, and who's the best keeper in the world?
Yeah, like a lot of people are saying, it's not much, but I would say the only thing Ederson is slightly better than Allison is.
Yo, Liverpool, everybody, man. Your mic is breaking up. I think you need to get a better connection, man, because we can't really hear you. Try and get a better connection, because you're... Okay, yeah, good.
Is it good?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Like most people are saying, it's not much in between these two guys. I think Ederson, the only real thing he has, in my opinion, above Allison is placement, distribution of the ball. And Juju just mentioned the defense. I mean, they just started having serious defensive issues because of injuries. Obviously, the company isn't it, so I don't think that's a real good reason to say he's better because he faces more, whatever the case may be. As far as best keeper in the world, I'm going with Allison. I like what Hazem said about the save he made against Napoli. Although Salah scored in that game, it was the save that pretty much got us to the next round.
True.
And there's no other keeper who's doing who did what he did in the Champions League, obviously, in a crucial match. So for me, although he's hurt, I think Alisson, you got to go with him as the best keeper.
Wow. Okay, that's fair. Mane.
Yeah, for me, Allison's the better shot stopper, so he's better than Ederson because of that. But Ederson only makes it close because of his distribution, like everyone has said. But Allison's overall a better goalkeeper in the overall package. Ederson makes tons of mistakes and is really shaky. Like anytime he plays and he gets a one-on-one, it's a 50-50 chance he might not save it. He's not really that good in goalkeeping. I would say a decent
Wait, Manny. I think you're a bit too close to your mic. You're a bit too close to your mic. Stay away from your mic. You're a bit too close to your mic.
Yeah, so yeah, I would say he's a decent goalkeeper. Another thing as well, for the best goalkeeper, I would say Ter Stegen. I think fundamentally he has the best skills in terms of being a pure goalkeeper. Oblak's a good shout, and Keylor Navas as well. You know, De Gea's a bum, by the way. But other than that, those
Oh,
are my
so
three.
so Stegen is your number one then.
Yeah, Stegen is my number one.
All right, okay.
And
All right, guys.
yeah,
Let's.
Neuer can still do some work.
All right, so guys, okay, like let's keep it brief and quick. Keep it brief and quick, man, so we can get through to the next topic. So Milko, it's very simple: Ederson or Becker, and who's the best keeper in the world? Keep it brief.
I think Allison, because Allison has been Laessi's nightmare for the past 3 years now.
Okay.
I think every single time Laessi plays Allison,
Milko, all I want is who is better, either Ederson or Allison. Just choose one.
Oh
Ederson
God!
Ederson
Everything is
has
linked
not
to Messi.
proved to me that he can take down Laessi. You
Okay.
know,
And who's the best keeper in the world? Who's the best keeper in the world?
Allison has done it so many
Oh
times,
God!
and that's why I'm saying Allison is a better overall goalkeeper than
Okay, bro.
Ederson is. Because Ederson, he's not shown me in the crucial big stage UCL tournament where
Brief.
I need him to show it. I need Ederson to show me in a big UCL knockout stage game that he's a good goalkeeper. Allison has done that so many times, and that is why I love Allison.
Yeah.
He's my
Yeah.
boy. He's my boy. I follow him on Instagram.
And Milko, just tell me who's your number one keeper right now?
Iker Casillas.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
thank you.
good.
No.
He
Okay, thank
retired.
you.
He
No,
retired.
Milko, thank you.
He retired,
Same
sadly.
questions, please. Thank you.
Allison for like literally the reasons everyone just gave. I will say I have a couple of different answers for the best keeper. I'm gonna say on form right now, like not overall, just on form right now. Gulassi from Leipzig and Onana from Ajax, unbelievable. They're playing out of their skins. They're playing out of their skins. If it comes to overall goalkeepers, it's by far Oblak, and no one's even close. Because Oblak is like I love Ter Stegen, but he's not winning Barca games. Oblak is winning like Atletico games, game in game out, just because he exists. He just saves everything. So I think Oblak for me because he's more of a difference maker.
Okay. Red.
Ederson and Allison, it's too close to call, to be honest with you. Like, I don't really rate goalkeepers that highly to really be able to call between the two. Because everybody's praising Ter Stegen for that assist. I'm pretty sure Ederson did that last year like 4 times. He had like 4 assists. It's so... But either I think I'm gonna go with Allison. I'm gonna go with Allison just based off of the big performances. Allison's had a couple of noteworthy big performances, like against Barca in Rome, against Barca again at home and at Anfield. Like even in the Copa America, he was pretty good. So I think Allison edges it over Ederson just slightly. World is Oblak, like
And best keeper in the world?
Oblak. It's HH like that point that they won yesterday at Atletico Madrid. Oblak won that point for them. It wasn't anybody else. Like Partey, I guess he deserves a shout, but Oblak, that save, like that sealed the point for them.
What a save!
And
What a save!
And
the Cruz
like
save.
it's not like the first time he does that. Actually, like you'd be surprised if you actually go look at like Oblak's highlight reel. Like this guy's either incredibly lucky or just a phenomenal shot stopper. Like, but the guy, when there's chaos in the box, he always somehow manages to save the ball. Like sometimes you expect like a scrappy goal to happen, he saves them from that. So yeah, I'll edge over to and he's never had a bad performance like Ter Stegen has.
Okay.
Like Ter Stegen has had some very bad performances.
All right. Vas.
Dude, I think overall Ederson is actually like a pretty overrated goalkeeper in my opinion. I think Alisson is definitely better. Ederson, dude, like with the ball at his feet, is probably the best goalkeeper in the world right now. And I think right now for Man City and the way Pep likes them to play, there's no better keeper than Ederson because the things this guy can do with the ball at his feet. I mean, if you guys remember that game against Man United at the Etihad last season, he was literally bending balls around attackers and like finding a way to get them to the midfield. And that performance he put up against Tottenham, the 4-1, that was ridiculous. But as a goalkeeper, he's not very athletic. He's not very acrobatic. I mean, and like once in a while he'll make a good save, but he doesn't really do it all that often. And so yeah, I'd say Alisson is better. As for who's the best goalkeeper, yeah, it has to be like either Oblak or Ter Stegen. Probably Oblak is the pure goalkeeper.
Okay. And Munzaha, round us off, man.
Yeah, bro. For me, out of Becker and Ederson, bro, I think so. Becker is slightly better than Ederson. So yeah, and for me, it's like
Becker's better than
Ederson.
Alisson.
Yeah, Ederson. So yeah, man. So Becker is, I think, so better. He's better shot stopper. His positioning is better. He understands where to be on the right spot, and the set pieces as well. So I think so overall, Alisson is better. Alisson Becker is better than Ederson. And for the best goalkeeper in the world, I think so right now. It's Ter Stegen, because if you see literally, game against Getafe, yeah, like he literally say 1-on-1 and assisted them. And even the last season, if you see some of the La Liga away games, bro, like people talk about Lionel Messi, and
Battle
Suarez.
against Liverpool and Anfield.
Milko, shut your bloody mouth.
Tell him, Milko,
finish your point.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So from that point of view, man, like this guy have saved Barcelona. People are asking how come Barcelona achieved 90 plus points last season, even though they were so shit in Champions League. And listen, what do you call this guy? Ter Stegen is one of the reasons for them. This guy has made so many saves for them. For me, after Neuer, I haven't seen like such a long time after Manuel Neuer's performances, in UCL, and then I'll say that Ter Stegen performances in La Liga, bro, especially away games. So I think so right now, Ter Stegen is best goalkeeper in the world.
Okay. All right. So our final topic before we do our Champions League preview. Coutinho. Now, let me set the stage. I thought Coutinho was in the Brick Academy. I think he was a Class C Brick Academy for about the last year or so. I said he was overrated. I said he was overhyped. I said I didn't think this guy was that good. I said Liverpool, you're overhyping the dude. Brazil, this ain't the guy to really lead you through in Neymar's absence. I was like, what is the big deal about this dude? I've seen him for Bayern Munich. And I've seen him for Bayern Munich. This dude has really been holding it down. Man. And I worried about what Bayern's summer was. I was like, Bayern are going to win the Bundesliga regardless because Dortmund are a bunch of losers. But the whole question is Champions League. Bayern have not won the Champions League since 2013. So the question was, without a marquee signing, see, like Hernandez, Pavard, those are utility signings. Those aren't marquee signings. Those are just signings just to help make your squad strong. But those are not signings where, okay, this is a guy that can help us win it. So when the whole Coutinho was gotten on, I was like, okay, I know he's a good player, but I've not seen an amazing player. But it just goes to show to you that if you find a team and a system that works for you, it works for Coutinho. Bayern Munich play fast. They play direct. Niko Kovac is a throwback old school dude. He doesn't want you to have 3, 4, 5, 6 passes. You don't have to pretty much be at the behest and suck on Messi's tits. You can be a freedom guy. And whereas Coutinho was at the behest of what Messi was about, Coutinho is pretty much the number 10 and the main guy. So everything goes through Coutinho. So very similar to what Coutinho's role was for Brazil in the World Cup is his role for Bayern Munich in his team. So my question is this. Is Coutinho enough to lead Bayern Munich to Champions League glory? And I'll start with your boy A1.
I think it's just about it can be enough to go further in the Champions League, maybe to a final, but I don't think win in the Champions League because, like you said before, he's playing his position now. Where at Barcelona he was playing on the wing, or sometimes he'll play more central midfield, more deeper, which totally not to him. But now he's playing number 10, got more of a free role.
Wait. On that point though, so you're saying that the only issue he flouted at Barcelona was because he was played out of position. So if he was played in the right position, he would have been succeeded at Barcelona.
Yeah, it would have been much better.
I disagree.
Yes. And plus, if he had a different manager to Valverde, who's not attacking manager, he's a brick. As I told you before, but he didn't want to listen. But anyway, yeah. Now he's playing his position, got more freedom. But the German league is more open and free as well. So, he's playing good. So, yeah.
All right. Abdullahi.
Yeah, I'm happy for Coutinho because right now he's playing in his best position in the FC Bayern Munich. If you look at Barcelona, he's playing in the wrong position. I said it. Coutinho is not a winger. It doesn't play as a winger.
Bro, he was playing number 10. Nothing changed. He was played in the right
position. No, he wasn't, man. No, he wasn't.
In Barcelona, he's not playing as number 10.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
No.
People in the chat, in this chat room, Barca fans, Jason, if you're in the chat room, wasn't this dude playing in his
Liverpool?
Wait, Abdullah, chill. Abdullah, chill. Abdullah, just chill. People in the live chats, I will be looking at the live chat now, especially Barca fans. Didn't Coutinho sometimes play in his right position? And when he played in his right position, what did he do?
No,
let me the live chat. All right, I'm like, okay, finish up. Okay, is he enough to lead Bayern to a Champions League? Yes or no?
I think a little bit. I think that's the piece they're missing a little bit. But I don't think they're gonna win it. But I think it's gonna take them further in Champions League. It's gonna take them further in Champions League.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna win, but it's gonna take them further.
Okay. So sorry. Before I go to Ahmed, so all of you guys saying left wing, guys, I'm sorry, I don't know why you were smoking. He played left wing a lot, but there were some games in which he played number 10.
Yeah, and in those games,
and Ahmad, Jason Ping, Ahmad. So Jason Ping, Ahmad said that yes, in Copa games. And when Messi was being rested, he got played as a number 10. And Jason is a Barca fan. All right, Ahmed, can you lead Bayern to Champions League glory?
I think we need to remember the other teams in this Champions League that Bayern Munich have to beat. Or have to deal with. You have PSG. You have Liverpool.
PS what?
You have Manchester City. PSG.
Okay. All right, thanks. Nice joke.
Excuse me. But, okay, so you're telling me that Bayern Munich squad is better than PSG squad in a two-legged round of 16 game?
Ahmed, you're talking about the miracle at Camp Nou. You're talking about... Isn't this the same PSG that lost to Man United? Who gives them the right to think they can beat anybody?
Look.
Ahmed, just tell me, how can they win the bloody CL?
Let me defend myself. Let me defend myself. I'm not saying PSG is gonna win the UCL. I'm just saying that they're a strong team in it. So I'm just saying Bayern Munich has to deal with all these teams, like player-wise. Bayern Munich isn't going to be able to do that, like with this current squad. And Coutinho, who has he balled against? He's not really balled against that many teams. There's only been a few games in the Bundesliga and the one game in the UCL. I think we need to see him against Tottenham, which I think is this week, is the Bayern Munich-Tottenham game.
Yeah.
We see how he plays there. But either way, I don't see Coutinho being enough to win a UCL. I mean, you have all these teams ahead of Bayern Munich. If Hazard gets into shape, you could put Real Madrid ahead of Bayern Munich. Like, there's so many teams ahead of Bayern Munich in the Champions League. You can't say Coutinho is going to be enough, and nor is he expected to be.
All right. Lantemo.
Yeah, man. Look, if Coutinho is the answer, then what the hell is the question? This guy was a brick last season, and rightfully so. So let me get this straight. This guy chills on a beach in Dubai for 2.5 weeks, comes back a different player. Give me a break. He's still the same mediocre player as he was last season.
Milko, mute your mic, bro.
He was the worst player in...
Milko, mute your mic, bro.
It's the truth. He was the worst player in Liverpool's front three, got bullied out of there. He was the worst player in Barca's front three, got bullied out of there. Now he's the worst player in Bayern's front three. This guy disappears for an hour at a time in each game. Against Paderborn, he had a good spell, 10-minute spell, and then he disappeared. And let me tell you something. German MLS not Bundesliga. The name is German MLS. It's heaven on earth. It's heaven on earth for attackers. Let me give you some names: Paco, Mkhitaryan, Kagawa, Götze. They're all bumps, with the exception of Götze. But the past 7 years, he's been a bump. All bumps, and they're all thriving in German MLS. And so is Coutinho. And so is Coutinho. But as soon as the Champions League anthem hits, he will cower in fear. He will disappear. He will do his disappearance act as he always does. And yeah, so as for your question, is Bayern now better equipped to win UCL with Coutinho? Hell no. Hell
Okay.
no. They needed much, much more.
All right. So basically, before I go to Hazem, guys, we have over 300 people viewing us in the live chat. Hit the like button, guys. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit, smack, smash, caress the like button. Please, please hit that like button, man, so boost this video up. Hit the like button. Hazem, continue. You see that dude to lead Bayern to the promised land.
Yeah, man. So, I actually, my favorites for the Champions League this season were Bayern, and the reason for that was I just think this is their season in terms of they're gonna they got Perisic, they got Coutinho, and they have Nabry. Nabry his second season. I think Nabry's gonna have a really good season, and so is Perisic. Perisic has already started well. As for Coutinho, he's also started well, but I still want to see. I want to see if he can really be the guy to provide service to Lewandowski, because I need the optimum service to Lewandowski, and I don't want to see games.
Hazem,
I
stop
don't want.
eating. Hazem, stop eating. People can hear you in the chat eating. I'm only permitted to eat. Please chew your food there. Then
Nah, I'm alright, yeah, man. I got sore throat, so I'm chewing the strepsil.
yeah,
Anyways,
but swallow it because people are saying that they can swallow it. Just very briefly, can Coutinho lead Bayern to Champions League glory? Yes or no?
yeah. So, yeah. I predicted Bayern to win it, and I hope Coutinho can provide the service for Lewandowski, because
Okay.
he needs service to perform.
All right, Juju man, same question.
Well, with Coutinho, I'll wait until the Champions League. I don't rate Bundesliga. For the Germans out there, I mean, I don't apologize. The league is below standards. So I'll wait for the Champions League against Tottenham to make my
Wait, no,
assessment
but
of Coutinho.
what does your gut feeling tell you? In your guts, do you feel that Coutinho can lead them to something amazing?
I think the one problem with this Bayern team I always have is their defense is slow, and I see Kovac his tactics is limited, so he's limited because of the players. So I mean, with Sula and Nicolas Sula and Boateng, you have to play a certain way, unless Hernandez like plays, but
But isn't
I don't.
Coutinho the catalyst? Isn't he the catalyst, bro?
Yeah, but is it enough? I mean, I don't know. That's why I'll wait until Tottenham first to make any judgment on this team.
Okay, Liverpool for everybody.
First of all, I just want to say I think it's very kind of you to even entertain such foolishness. I'm sure the Bundesliga fans are probably liking this. Listen, Coutinho, what Lion Tamer said was on point. Coutinho has never been this so-called world-class player that most Liverpool fans claim to tag him with, and he's not going to be one now. That Bayern team is one of the worst teams I've ever seen in my life. It has him. Much love, brother, but I don't know what you're thinking to say that Bayern will win anything outside of Germany. It's not going to happen. So having Coutinho playing in the so-called 10 or whatever, that's going to help him. That's the other thing. Like A1 and some other people said that he's not playing his right position. He's played on the left with Liverpool. He's played on the left with Barcelona. That's not an excuse for you not to be, I don't know.
But that's not his favorite position.
I don't care. He's supposed to be a good player. He should play wherever he needs to be playing at. If he's a
Oh, come on, man.
Yes.
That's like playing a striker left wing.
It's not.
Let me land, man. Let me land.
It's not that at all.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
he's an attacking player. He should be okay. I mean, they're not asking him to play goalkeeper. So I just think this whole idea that Coutinho is supposed to be good over one decent performance, they almost lost to the last team in the Bundesliga. Does everybody know that? I don't mean so.
But they won.
Dude,
like I
they
said,
scraped Paderborn.
Like I said, they just almost lost to the last team in the Bundesliga. So yeah, I don't get the reason why we're even talking about Coutinho, but that's my opinion on it.
All right, Manny.
So I disagree completely with everything the last person said. I think Coutinho is still a top one. top 5 number 10 in the world. It'll be hard
What?
to name me
Oh
10
God.
number
Top
10.
five? What?
I mean,
Oh
5
God.
number 10 in the
Jeez.
world. TAM, central attacking midfielders. I would say he's still top 5. At the very least, top 10. He's still very good. Just because it doesn't work out at Barcelona doesn't mean somebody is completely shit. And he was excellent for Liverpool. He was probably their best player when Suarez left.
What?
Up until he was top
Man, it just
at
land,
the very
man. What the
least,
hell?
top 3 of the players.
So, okay,
So I
so basically, Mane, so do you believe Coutinho can lead Bayern's Champions League glory, yes or no?
listen. I don't think he can lead them just because the people around him are all completely ass. There's no star in Bayern other than Coutinho. Lewandowski, the guy missed a wide open goal this weekend. The guy just it was wide open. His attack.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I saw that, man.
The guy
It
is
was bad, man.
hasn't done anything in Champions League his whole career since 2011. But so I just think it's not gonna work out, bro. Even if Coutinho plays at 1,000%, it's still you can't be a one man center attacking mid and win the Champions League. It's not possible. There are no goals there. So yeah, so I don't think it's possible.
Okay. Milko.
Hello? Sorry. What was the question?
Coutinho.
Look. Rahimski.
What's the
No
question?
way. Come on.
Oh
That's
man, yeah.
Rahimski. No. Look.
I mean,
If you trust it, we have to move on. We have to be quick.
with
Rahimski.
with Coutinho, I've always said this about Coutinho.
Focus, Milkor.
He's a great player, but he's a luxury player. Like Coutinho's not going to win you the Champions League single-handedly. And the thing about the Champions League is you need at least minimum 2 players to win it that are world class, like best in their position. I don't think Bayern have a single player that's the best in their position. I can't think of a single one. I don't know about you guys. So for me, Bayern are not winning the Champions League. Their manager is subpar at best, and Coutinho he's a good player, but he's just very luxury, and he's not going to win.
Yeah, like Ozil. It's like Ozil.
All right.
Yeah.
No. Ozil is the definitive luxury
I
player.
say it's the situation. I said the situation.
All right, Red.
Sorry. Oh, can I talk? Okay. Yeah, I know Coutinho. Like he's. I think we should go easy on him because like now since he moved to Bayern, it's like have sort of low. My standards for him are lower because when he went to Barca, he went for 160 mil. No matter what he did at Barca, which by the way he was decent at Barca. An example of what A1 was saying when he was played as a primary central, like everything it was playing through him. I remember a specific game against Levante. He scored a hat trick. And lost an unbeaten run, so it was like overshadowed. But like he did have some solid performances when he was given the free roam position. Then at Barca, he was given the role just to hug the sideline and just cut back. And if you know anything about Coutinho, the best thing about him is his service. He likes to whip the ball in. He likes to take those long shots. So yeah, the Barca weren't using him properly. I think so. He was kind of a flop there. I don't think he's gonna be a game changer for Bayern. I think they just replaced James. Like. He had arguably got a worse option. At least
exactly.
is more has a more physical presence than Coutinho. So yeah, he's not a game changer for Bayern. I think Bayern are good enough to compete probably in the Champions League, but I don't. This doesn't make them any more favorites than what they were before.
Okay, Vas. Vas.
Dude,
Yo, let
first
Milko
of all,
speak,
first
man.
of all, dude, like
Let
I
Milko
have
speak.
no idea, dude, where this Coutinho hype is even coming from. Where is it? So he scores against Paderborn, and like now suddenly people are hyping this guy for what, dude? And as for Bayern, dude, like what? Okay, so they scrape 3-2 past like some team that I dare like. Can anybody even name one player from Paderborn FC? Like, can you even name what's the name?
It sounds like a Harry Potter club or something.
Dude, like, why are people like hyping this guy so much?
Okay, just on points. Can Coutinho lead Bayern to Champions League glory, or how far can Coutinho take Bayern in the Champions League?
Dude, they lost like Ribery, Robin, and James, dude. And like, I'll tell you what, dude. Last season, I think, but right before that second leg against Liverpool, they beat Gladbach 5-1, right? And like everybody thought they were gonna like beat Liverpool. We all know what happened then. And then right before that, I think the Tuesday before that game, that was the game where Man City put 7 past Schalke, dude. and I think the aggregate score between England and Germany was like 17-3 in the Champions League last season. I don't know where this hype is coming from, dude. So zero chance of that.
All right, Mutar, round us off. Coutinho, can he lead Bayern to CL glory? Yes or no?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Hello. Can you hear me,
Yeah,
guys?
we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah. So hey, I just want to say one thing over here. Yeah. It's like now we can see that how football club Barcelona run. Like they are the literally North Korea of football, and it's run by the one man. And who's that one guy. So I don't need to say that. Okay, now this guy, for me, I think so. This guy was talented, never a world-class player, first of all, because all those, Liverpool and Merseyside hype, oh, this guy's world-class. No, never. He wasn't a world-class player. He's a luxury player, as if, most of the members said. And for me, I think so. For the Bayern, can he make difference? Yes. In group stages, round of 16, something, yeah, he can make a difference. But when it comes to quarterfinals, semifinals, I don't think so. That would be enough for them. On top of that, if you see the midfield, it's too slow, sluggish, and with the defense, sorry, mate, the defense and Sule is for me, is like a lamppost, clown, in that defense. So I don't think so. He can do, for that. If you want to just replace the defense, you have to bring Lucas Hernandez into the center back role, and then again you need a left back. So I don't think so. Bayern, look, man, I think so. Bayern can reach to the quarterfinals, something like that, but winning, no, it's not happening.
Okay. So again, this is just for open-ended for the crew. Inter Milan, still a perfect start to the season.
Yeah.
Go on, do it.
Will Inter Milan? How confident are you that Inter Milan can actually do the impossible and stop Juve from winning 9 in a row? I still believe Juve are winning 9 in a row.
We already did this topic last week, man. Come on.
Hasn't. Please. We're talking relevant clubs right now.
Okay, let's roll with Red, because Red, you've been a huge supporter of Inter and Lukaku.
I'm me as well, man.
Why are you an Inter fan? From 9 in a row.
I'm me as well, man.
Bro, the Inter hive is deep. Everybody's an Inter fan. It wasn't just me. But
I'm me as well.
Check this out. It's all exactly one. So check this out. Next week we play Juve.
We
this game. Yes.
Yes, he said
yes. Inter treble. It's coming, guys.
Oh, Red. No, come on, Red. Don't.
It's a repeat of 2010.
What the hell, treble?
Red, don't. It's Red. Last I checked, Skriniar and Godin ends and 2010 Samuel. And your boy, what was his face? The Brazilian
Lucio.
So
yeah, the
Conte
of all time.
Dude, Godin is better than
Conte. Made Xabi Alonso look world class. He made Alonso look world class for a season. Not Xabi Alonso, the fullback for Chelsea. He made him look world class for a season. Won a league title with him. He could do anything. He's turning. Kandreva had the sickest finish on the weekend. It was ruled offside, but it was incredible. These players, he's turning bricks into gold.
Yeah.
They're actually producing well. Sensi's been quality. The defense, it's not just Skriniar and Godin, it's De Vrij as well. A back
De Vrij's
three.
The best defender there.
And they've only conceded 2 goals in 6 games. One of them, they were 10 men. 12 HH. They're scoring goals. The team is fluid. They have ideas. They'll either spread you wide with their fullbacks, or if you want to play centrally, you have Sensi and Brozovic that are threatened centrally.
Hey, Red, how about
Asamoah has been incredible.
Red, how about Alexis Sanchez? How good is he?
Alexis Sanchez came on, scored 2 goals in 7 minutes.
Oof. The first one was deflection. Come on, that was sensitive.
Yeah. The whole point is he was a direct influence on those 2 goals. Now, granted, he did get sent off for his dumb dive that he didn't really have to do.
Wait, it has him. You have to count that as a goal if you're going to count Salah's backheel free kick as an assist.
Exactly, man.
That's not deflection, though. It's different between a backheel and deflection, bro.
No. But basically, my...
Wait, come to me after.
My point here is this. Okay, I will get your ball. My point here is this, and then we'll obviously talk about United Arsenal very briefly. Inter look great right now. And I get Conte's record of, first season as Juve won the league, first season that Chelsea won the league, and so forth. But my thing is, Inter have yet to face real adversity. Once they face real adversity, that is when we're going to rise. So,
wait.
So A1, round us off here. A1, round us off here.
I'm telling you,
agree.
man. It's Conte season, man. He's winning the Serie A, man.
Oh
Because
my
this
god.
guy. No, what? Wait. You're a Milan fan. Don't talk. But anyway, what's it
No,
again?
no, no,
He,
no,
he
no.
has he
Relax,
has
bro.
got this
Seven,
team.
seven
No,
UCLs.
Wait, let him land. A1, let him
you
land.
don't care, man, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
He has
because you
got
don't have
he has
any.
got his.
You have 0 UCLs.
But we beat you. Welbeck. But anyway, yeah. This guy Conte, man, like what Red said, yeah. This guy can turn a brick into a good player. Like we saw with Moses and Alonso, but Conte, he's got what he's wanted at Inter Milan, and players are coming to form. Obviously, Lukaku scoring. Alexis, he started scoring as well. The midfield looks solid as well. And against Juventus, we will see like it'll be hard for Juventus to break down this Inter Milan team. And with Alexis, why are you laughing? You lost today. I don't know why you're laughing.
Wait,
But
A1,
anyway,
just focus, man. Just focus.
But I'm,
H, can I just say one
Wait,
thing
wait,
about
wait, wait,
Juve?
wait. Let's just A1 round off. A1 just needs to round off. A1 round off.
but I'm saying Conte, it's this season. He's got what he's wanted. Players are coming to form. Players are looking solid. We're winning Serie A, man. We're winning it, man. We're back.
Dude,
Yes,
wait,
move.
Another
Yes,
back.
move.
It's a movement. It's a
Yes,
movement,
move.
guys.
The movement.
Dude,
The
honestly
movement.
speaking,
H.
Yo, fuck it, I'm an Inter fan.
Milan isn't a club;
Wait,
it's an ideology.
We have to move
I'm
on.
an
Guys, we
Inter
have to move
fan,
on. We have to move on. All right,
The
so
real Milan side. The real
H,
Milan side.
if you one last thing, I just want to. Just one
you
last
have to
thing.
be quick. You have to be real quick.
Okay. All I want to say, H, Juve's done, bro. And we're gonna resurrect Serie A by sacrificing Juve. That club is finished. They're disgraced in Europe. They've done nothing in Europe. They've reached 2 finals, lost. They've lost 7 consecutive. Their presence is
Snorri.
pointless in Europe. They need. And Inter need to come back, HH. They need to come back. They need to bring fresh blood into the UCL, not just this Rubento
Snorri,
stuff.
bro. Snorri.
dude, like, dude,
Sorry,
no,
boss.
wait.
Let's
dude.
move on. Let's move
Wait,
on. We have to move on. Okay, so before we do our Champions League preview, people did remind me. Monday, of course, is the So Monday, what we're gonna be having the Man United against Arsenal. Now this is into a rivalry. Okay, it used to be a rivalry before, but into a rivalry now. So it's gonna be
Battle of clowns. Battle
and
of
also
clowns.
look. This is actually hilarious. Someone said that this is El Sakiko. So
Yeah,
there you go. Okay, my thoughts here is that I know it's at Old Trafford, but I believe Rashford is still injured. United still have a lot of injuries. So my calling is that I'm going to call it. I'm going to say Arsenal 2-1.
I don't know about that, man.
I think Arsenal do this 2-1, and I think that if Arsenal don't win this with all the injuries that United have, then these guys are just completely utter clowns. So all I want is a scoreline. I don't need a soliloquy or 1 minute, or I'll just cut you off. All I need is just give me a scoreline. A1 United Arsenal score
1-1.
Abdullahi.
Wow.
2-2.
Lion Tamer scoreline. United Arsenal scoreline. All right, Lion Tamer in there.
Oh, 2-2. I was muted. 2-2.
2-2. Okay. Hazem. So let me unmute you.
Old Asford.
Which stadium is it? Which stadium?
Old toilet.
Trafford.
Old toilet.
Old Trafford. Oh, interesting,
Lord,
guys.
Old Trafford.
I'm gonna go with 2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay.
You haven't won there since 06, bro.
We won in
Juju Man,
2015.
score.
2015.
I'll say 1-1, and I mean I'll be playing golf. I don't watch this Europa League football.
What?
So,
You play
1-1.
No, it's Premier League, bro. Premier League.
Oh no, but it's
Wait. Juju Man, you play golf?
Yeah. I mean, hobby. It's not like professional.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
right. You're a pro. I saw you on the last PGA Tour, man. Dodo Live, man. Wow.
No.
But guys, we learn things every
How
so
old are you,
Juju
bro?
Man
You're 18?
is a PGA Tour professional Tiger
no,
Woods
no,
golf player.
no.
And everything. So Juju Man, next time on the US tour, on the Open Tour, I expect you to win, man. Get that tour.
We know
Yeah,
Juju
chill.
Man
I
is
know you're a
middle-aged
pro
man.
golfer, man. What the hell? So basically, you do
He's a
Sunday
woman's pro.
hangouts. You're a doctor. You're a lawyer. You're rich, and you're a golfer. My God.
Oh no, wait, no, easy,
Man,
easy.
We now
Easy.
Look. Shush. And Liverpool Red Body, give me a score.
Congratulations.
1-0 United.
Oh, what? Wow. Mane, score.
3-0 United.
Mane, what the hell? Wait, okay. Before I go to Milk Call, why 3-0 when you know of the injuries that United have? Where do you get 3-0 from?
It's
That's from
Emery.
Scores on
Emery.
that.
Wait,
Emery.
shush,
Because of
my
Emery.
money. Where do you get 3-0 from?
Because of Emery.
Yeah, Arsenal is struggling against Aston Villa. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
knows,
and,
man.
and their defenders are awful. Let's be honest, they're terrible. So United should easily, and United have a superiority mindset over at Arsenal. So I think United will beat them.
Okay. Milkor.
10-0. Manchester United.
Rahimski. Score.
I'm gonna say
It's an irrelevant game.
2-0
Oh, God.
Arsenal. 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal.
Oh my God.
Interesting. Red.
2 Arsenal.
Wait, you said 2-1 or 2-0?
3-2. 3-2 Arsenal.
Ooh, okay. Vas.
Hard to predict this battle of mediocrity, so I'm going for 1-1. Watch for Savannah.
Damn.
Wow.
10-0.
All right, Muntaha.
Bro, yeah, I'll just say the scoreline, yeah. But if Arsenal got baptized on Old Trafford, yeah, by your own hands, yeah, you have to throw A1 under the bus, bro. And
Wow.
the scoreline
Colin
for me,
Man's out.
I think so. For me, I
You
think
gotta go
Arsenal
baptized in preseason.
Arsenal,
You gotta go.
Arsenal will
You
win.
got baptized
Let
in
Muntaha talk. Let
Dude,
Muntaha
who
talk.
cares, dude? You got baptized
Arsenal
10-2.
A1's an Inter fan,
Dude,
bro.
shush, wait, guys. Let's have to listen to what Muntaha says. Okay, Muntaha, your point.
Okay, yeah, okay. Jokes apart, bro. I think so. Arsenal will win this game by 1-0.
10-2.
1-0.
Wait,
United.
H, you have to make
Arsenal
Milkor
clean
explain the
sheet.
10-0, please,
No,
man. Make Milkor
no.
explain.
He doesn't have to explain
possible.
anything. All right,
He has
guys.
to explain.
Champions League right now, man. So Champions League preview, man. So am I right in saying that really the biggest game is Tottenham against Bayern? That's
Barcelona Inter.
Lille Chelsea, man.
Yet another battle of mediocrity.
Barcelona
Look, Lansema, look. We'll get to Lille Chelsea, okay? Because
Barcelona Inter.
Lansema, I'm being real with you right now, man. A1, shush. I heard you laughing at chill.
Barca Inter.
Because Lansema, I tell you right now, I'm worried, bro.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm scared,
Why are
man.
you worried? Why are you worried?
Why do you worry?
A1, just
Why
chill,
you
man.
worry?
Worry about
bro.
Europa. Worry about FC Greenland. Worry about FC Actic. Worry about FC
bro.
Antarctica. Okay,
The
worry
biggest
about
game is
Europa.
Barca Inter, bro.
Why are you triggered for? Don't get triggered, man. Calm
Barcelona
down,
Inter.
man.
Okay, oh, wait. Barcelona Inter on the Wednesday. Oh, that is the big game. So let's look at those two games. So let's first start with Tottenham Bayern. I'll go first and then give me your thoughts on it. So Tottenham Bayern, and I'll be seeing what guys in the chat say. So first of all, Tottenham Bayern, and then we'll go to Barca Inter. Tottenham Bayern. Tottenham playing at home at Wembley. They look shaky.
No, Wembley. White Hart Lane.
Oh, what the? Oh, what I spoke is the bloody new and bloody amazing stadium, isn't it?
Wembley.
On some 2019 shit.
No, look, man. I'm still in 2010, man, bro. So Tottenham still feel very shaky, but I think that as good as Bayern are going forward, that a flipping Paderborn, a flipping retirement home team can get 2 Gs. I think Tottenham can get some Gs. So I do feel that Bayern will be favourites going into this game, but I just think that something tells me, you know what? Something tells me 2-2. Something tells me 2-2.
Spot on.
Something tells me 2-2. So basically, that's my score. So Tottenham Bayern, something tells me that's going to be a lot of chances. But I think that Bayern will dominate the game. But I think Tottenham will just manage just to get their goals and will probably end up tying the game. So I'm going to say 2-2 for that game. So A1, Tottenham Bayern.
3-1 Bayern Munich.
Oh,
Tottenham
Lord.
are looking shaky. Yeah, Tottenham are looking shaky right now. They're not in form. They're not in form. Southampton had more shots than them on target and off target. Southampton should have won that game on Saturday, but they got lucky. And Tottenham, you even see Harry Kane saying that players are unsettled, players want to leave. On Pochettino, he wants to get the sack. I know he wants to get. He's gone into Conte mode where he doesn't care and he's doing whatever. Because apparently players saying that they're doing the same thing in training over and over again. It's all a mess for Tottenham right now. I can see him losing 3-1.
Oh, wow. All right. I would like it.
Well, I'm gonna go with what A1 said also. I'm gonna go with Bayern Munich 3. Tottenham as 4.
Damn. Lansema.
Man, that's tough. That's tough. Tottenham have been a shambles this season. Bayern Munich have been looking all right. I think they won their first game in the group stage, right? 4-0, was it?
Yeah, 4-0.
But But man, it's a Tottenham stadium, and I don't know, man. I'm thinking Tottenham might just win it 3-1, 3-1 Tottenham.
Lanty. Tottenham are looking shambles, man. Tottenham is
Okay,
horrible.
wait.
I mean,
I know,
Lantima,
but
what's your
something
scoreline?
tells me Tottenham win 3-1, 3-1.
Wow. Okay. Hazem.
Yunming Son masterclass.
Woo! Yes, sunrise in the east. Hazem.
Oh, this is going to be a great game. I'm sorry, but I don't know what happened to Pochettino this season.
He doesn't want to be there, man. He doesn't want to
Just
be there.
leaking everywhere. Defense.
wants to go.
He's had enough, man.
So I don't know. I don't think it's very tough for Tottenham. So I think I'm gonna have to go, especially since Lewandowski is playing.
Oh, here we go. This guy, man.
3-1 Bayern. 3-1 Bayern.
All right. Damn, Juju man.
I'll say this year should be straightforward Bayern Munich, because even though they play in a irrelevant league, it's it's what's it called? Tottenham. I think everyone mentioned it already. They're shaky, and with this team, I don't know. I saw them, and I don't know. So I'll say Bayern. Plus, Bayern will want to make a statement because, like the last 2 years, they haven't been impressive. So
Score.
Score. It's 2-1. 2-1 Bayern Munich.
Okay. Liverpool, everybody.
2-2 draw.
Ooh, going with mine.
Who are the goal scorers?
Lewandowski double.
Lucas twice for Spurs, and we'll go with Coutinho twice for.
All right, Mane.
Two Brazilians.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Tottenham.
Bloody hell. Milko. Also, wait, Milko. If you say a ridiculous scoreline because you want to seek attention, I will throw you out.
Bro, let him say. Let him say what he wants.
He wants to be the new Juju.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
Free speech.
Because
Juju, the
Tottenham
copy, man.
has
Free
2
speech.
Europa Leagues and Bayern has 5
Oh
UCLs.
my god.
I think this is gonna be
This dude
even.
is mad.
No, I really do think so.
Milko,
I think this.
Milko, give me.
Let him
It's gonna be
speak, guys.
3-3.
Milko, give
It's
me
gonna
a
be
bloody
3-3.
scoreline.
Let him speak, man.
It's gonna be
psychopath.
3-3. It's gonna be even. It's gonna be even.
Milko, give me a bloody
actually-
scoreline.
It's 3-3 even. It's gonna be an
Okay.
even.
Thank you. Rahimski, score.
No, they're both fucking shit.
Whoa!
Exactly.
Whoa.
Damn language. Bloody hell.
I'm sorry. They're both bad teams. No.
So
Come on,
so
man.
score.
You have
score.
Lewandowski there.
Rahimski,
0-0. 0-0.
Jesus. If that happens, man, I'm asking for a refund. Red.
Why'd you pay in the first place?
I think Bayern are just gonna wash Spurs. I think Spurs are gonna be pragmatic, probably, but like they're just not cohesive. They're just so unless Pochettino's been preparing solely for this game, then we have a game. Like he's been
Nah, he
focusing on the
hasn't.
Champions
He doesn't care, man. I'm telling you, he don't care.
If that's the case, like that's what I think too. I think there's nobody in that team cares anymore. I think they all just want to leave, and
He's
I
had
think
enough,
like
man.
like 2-1 Bayern, 3-1 Bayern.
Okay. Vas.
Dude, like I'm going with a 2-2, or Bayern might edge it, dude. But people are like way overhyping Bayern Munich and Coutinho, dude. I don't know where this is going. Their midfield. I'll tell you what their midfield trident is. You want to hear it, dude? Kimmich at number 6, number 8 Thiago, number 10 Coutinho, dude. That's not a Champions League level midfield trident.
But it's better than Tottenham.
That is actually debatable. Honestly, that is actually debatable.
Well, at
but
the
yeah,
moment,
sure. I'll say
form-wise,
slightly
form-wise.
better. I'll say slightly better.
Form-wise.
Yeah.
So score, Vas, score.
Yeah, 2-2 or 2-1 to Bayern.
All right. Munta. What's going on Tuesday?
Bro, I think so. It's 2-2. It's going to be a draw. Yeah. So, but Bayern will be the more dominant side or dominant force, in that fixture. So yeah, I think the Bayern. It's going to be 2-2. Yep.
2-2. All right. Okay. The big one, Wednesday.
We're gonna do this.
This is here we now stand right now because
Let me go first.
no. Now this is where we now stand right now. I suppose that for Inter they really messed up not winning that game against Slavia Prague because they were at home, but they are lucky in the fact that Dortmund also didn't win their home game, and that was a draw as well. So for me, when I look at this, I think Barcelona are expected to win. This is Barcelona's home game. I think Barcelona are going into this saying that we have to win all of our home games. Then away games, we'll see what happens. My question is this: is Messi fit for the game? Or
Nope.
No Messi,
Okay.
no
Okay.
Dembele,
Now,
no Dembele, no Messi.
now. Easy, man. Let me land. What the hell? Let me land. I'm telling this right now.
And Fatty is not fit. Fatty is not fit.
I'm telling this right now, guys.
Test tube,
I'm telling this right now. I'm telling this right now. Daniel Young, thank you for the $1 super chat, baby. Thank you. Bro, Inter have to look to win this game. They are primed to win this game because I've watched a lot of Barcelona at the Camp Nou, especially as well. So if I'm going to go for a scoreline, I think Barcelona win this 2-1. I think this is because I think Valverde and Barca, they'll get it. I think Inter will have a lot of good opportunities, but I think Barcelona will just tactically they'll get it right. But not necessarily tactically, but I just feel that they just have some finishers, and I think Cannibal and Griezmann will be more decisive than Inter do. I think Inter will have a lot of chances, but they won't put them away. But Inter will open that ass up, but they won't be able to deliver the surgery on them. So I'm gonna go with something that some people will go with. I'm gonna say 2-1. It's gonna be a very close game, very interesting game. But I think Inter will waste their chances. Barca will take their chances, and Barca will just scrape through with a 2-1 win. So this is our final topic for the night. A1, Barca Inter. Hit me.
Close one, but 2-1 Inter Milan. Lukaku scoring.
Both goals
Lukaku and Alexis. Lukaku and Alexis. They're both scoring.
Hey, Abdullahi, what's going to go down?
Double H. I'm saying it 3-0. Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez.
Bro, come on. What? 3 what?
Lukaku, 3-0. Romelu Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez.
So Inter are going to lubricate Barcelona at their house.
Absolutely.
In their compound.
Absolutely. No Messi, no Dembele. I'm done.
Wow.
Please, Abdullahi, bro. Please, man. Please relax.
What?
Please.
Okay, Abdullahi.
Who cares about Dembele?
Abdullahi, I will remember your prediction. A lubrication at the Camp Nou. Easy, no, chill. Thank you. Abdullahi, thank you. Line Tamer.
Yeah, man. This game will prove if Inter are pretenders or contenders, man. Like away at Camp Nou. No Messi, no Umtiti, no Fati, no Dembele, no Jessica Alba. Inter have no injuries. They have no excuses not to win this game. Barca are missing all their best players. I mean, Griezmann and Suarez will play, but Griezmann has been so-so. Suarez is finished. So Inter really have no excuse to not win this game.
No excuses.
Conte's record in Champions League is not very good. Their first game was an embarrassment against Slavia Prague. No offense to Slavia Prague. But I'm gonna go for 1-0 Inter. 1-0 Inter. Ooh. Sanchez to score.
That's it. That is a nice score, and that is a nice score.
Oh my god.
So before I go to Hazem, Daniel Young, thank you very much for the $2 super chats. Man City win the Champions League. Now, Daniel, very quick response to that. All I'm saying is this, Daniel. If Man City don't win the Champions League after Pep has spent $3 trillion, I never want to hear Pep's name ever as a guy destroying football. That's just a fact. He can live his ball self and his fraudulent stuff by himself. And I don't think they're winning the Champions League. They will come undone yet again. But if they do, Pep has to be held accountable. And Primera Marmot with another super chat. Lille are smashing Chelsea. Primera, don't say those things. Wednesday we ride. We are going live on Twitch. Watch along is happening on Twitch for that game with my Ford. Me and Ford will be live on Twitch Wednesday for that Chelsea Lille game and the other game as well. Oh no! Wait, chill, guys, chill. Can I land? Let me land. We will be watching the Barcelona Inter game and the Lille Chelsea game.
Wait, what about? Let's talk about Chelsea.
No. Let's not.
This guy.
Hazem score, man.
So I don't know why everyone's hyping up Inter so much, and all of a sudden there's so many Inter fans.
Don't be a hater, man.
Stop being a hater, man.
Why is everyone an Inter fan all of a sudden?
You hater.
Tomorrow HH is gonna be an Inter fan. What's going on, man? Like this is crazy, man. Well, I get.
Man.
I just want to say that the league and Inter in the league and Inter in the Champions League are two different stories. You can't put them in the same thing.
Yeah,
So,
Inter win the
so
treble.
give me a
Inter
score.
win the
Hazem,
treble.
give me a score. Give me a score.
And this is the Camp Nou, and I know Barcelona are missing players, but they still have Griezmann and Suarez. I'm gonna go with 1-0 Barcelona. It's gonna be an ugly game. 1-0 Barcelona.
All right, Jujuma.
Yeah, with this game, look, I'm not buying to the Inter hype. It's hype.
Yes.
I don't want to
This
sound like a
guy.
hater.
Jujuma,
No,
let
no,
him land,
yes.
man. Let him
Sorry.
land. Okay, Jujuma,
Yeah.
why are you trying to be a sports but why are you trying to be a negative guy? I thought you were
Because what's it called?
Aren't you
No,
positive?
Oh no, I'm not.
I thought
Definitely
you're
don't
supposed
want
to
to.
be positive.
No, I'm anonymous. I'm
Congratulations,
anonymous.
Land, man. Let's
But what?
Jujuma land. Jujuma land.
What's it called? This team, what's it called? I think until they, because I don't want to be hyped and then disappointed. So until they beat Barcelona, I'll be hype about this team. But the one thing with Barcelona, even though I think Munta mentioned they're missing Kim Jong Messi, this team is still good because they have their midfield is solid and they still have a good team. And with the Inter Milan. I mean, personally, I want Inter Milan to win.
Jujuma, give me a score, man. Give me a score. Give me a score, man.
I'll say 2-1 Barcelona. I think Alexis Sanchez will have a great game.
Okay.
But I'll say 2-1.
Well, that was my score. Liverpool for everybody. Score.
Yeah, another tight game for me. I think it's 1-1.
Okay.
Oh, good one.
Mane, score.
Inter 2-0.
What?
Mane,
Come on, man.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be hard.
Please don't go
Mane.
2-0.
Mane knows. Come on.
This guy's
Who's
going
scoring?
mad,
Who's
man.
scoring? Who's scoring, Mane? Tell me.
Wait, Mane, weren't you the one that's saying that Griezmann is world class?
What?
Okay, I'll give him one goal to Griezmann. 2-1, and Griezmann
Who's scoring,
scores.
Mane?
Look
Sanchez
at
double.
the guy how he
Oh my
bloody
God.
look at his face.
Go on.
Milk or talk, man. Give me a score on this bloody thing, man.
A repeat of what happened in 2010 with Mourinho, 1-0. And Mourinho will be running on the pitch again.
Mourinho.
Okay, right, Rahimski, give me a score.
Mourinho will be running on the pitch.
3-1 and
Rahimski, come on, bro.
Oh my God.
Okay, guys,
No.
guys. I get that Barcelona have some
Please,
injuries,
man.
but Inter are not going to just walk into Camp Nou and give
Exactly.
Barcelona the
No.
So
We're
Rahimski,
watching
explain the
them.
scoreline.
We're watching.
That's
Wait,
a 3-1.
shush.
Listen.
Rahimski, explain the scoreline.
Listen, Conte.
Christ, man.
I'm gonna say it right now. He's the best manager in the world. He always has the best
Oh, God.
first season. Best first seasons. That's undeniable. His effect on the team is so evident.
Slavia Prague. That's what I'm saying.
The only reason Inter are high is that he's gonna wash Valverde. He's gonna wash Valverde. I'm telling you,
know
he's
this.
gonna wash
All
Valverde.
right. Okay, red.
Oh no, here comes the
This actually pains me to say it, man. But
Red,
Barca are
wait, Red. Think long and hard before.
No, I'll give you guys the entire context. I'll give you. HH, please. Let me look. As an Inter fan, right? we prioritize the league,
What happened to
and I want to smash Juve on the weekend. And look, away to the camp now, and Barca have to beat Inter. By the way, they drew their first point, and this month they have to play Sevilla and Madrid at home. So they're gonna want to guarantee these 3 points in Champions League because they don't want to risk the 3 points against Slavia Prague away at the end of the month after playing Sevilla and Madrid. You don't know what might happen. So Barca are coming in. Even though they're thin, their starting 11 is like that they're gonna have is still quality. They still have Suarez, Griezmann, Rakitic, Young, PK. Like they still have an excellent 11 that could beat Inter. So unfortunately, like Inter will lose, but we should be able to have a good performance where we could be maybe it's like a 2-1 game. But Barca, knowing Barca, they'll get a goal later on. Probably
I need a score. Right, I need a score.
Barcelona.
What? Wait. What's the score?
What's the score?
3-1 Barcelona.
Oh, nice. Good one.
Oh,
good one.
Jeez.
Good one.
Don't worry, but Juve, we're smashing Juve, HH.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Vas.
Dude, I don't know. I have no idea where so much hype is coming from. Dude, this is like the hype hangout. Where it's just hyping a bunch of like unknown people. Dude, the only test, the only test that Inter have had this season was against Prague at home. They drew 1-1. That's it. That is
Vas,
it. That's
relax,
the only
chill.
good team they've played this entire. Who have they played, dude? Dude, who have they played?
Yeah.
And how many Champions Leagues has Conte won, by the way? How far? What is the furthest he's gotten? Forget winning.
Fast.
What's the furthest he's gotten?
Semi-finals.
Give me a score. I need a score.
No,
he
he
never
didn't
reached
reach
the
semi.
semi. He lost in the
Yes, he did.
quarters.
Vas, give me a score. Vas, give me a score.
Dude, 3-0
Look it up.
Barcelona. 3-0
Look it
Barcelona.
up, man. Look it up. You
I don't
see.
care.
Okay, so Vas is a Barcelona
What do you
prediction
look it up?
3-0.
Dude, Suarez
talking
hat
about, man?
trick. I don't care. Like,
So Vas says a 3-0 to Barca. And Munzaha,
Yes.
round us off, man. Round us off, Munzaha.
Bro, for me, bro, like I'm scared with this the way Inter is playing. To be honest, in league, I don't know about the UCL. It's completely opposite when they play in UCL. And though it was the first game, so
Yes.
yeah, man. So like it's okay. So like for me, if Barca starts with flipping 4-4-2, game over, man. Inter is getting a D draw over there easily, man. Like because Inter will play
they're not starting with
3-5-2.
a 4.
Yeah, because this guy usually does, isn't it? Because like Sergio Roberto
Nope.
plays the right midfielder. Yes,
We're
he does.
watching them,
Nope.
bro.
Yeah.
Trust.
So
It's
Munzaha,
not.
I need a
No,
score.
so-
Munzaha, give me a score.
So, yeah, man. So I think so. It's going to be 2-1 Barcelona. Yeah. So
All right.
yeah, and scorer will be Griezmann, I guess. Right? Yeah, Griezmann will score brace. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, good one, Munzaha.
And guys, that is all from us. And you will probably be seeing. Now there'll probably might be a hangout on Wednesday.
What about
Possibly
Chelsea,
with
Lille? Chelsea,
Ford
Lille.
as well. No, I'm not talking about Lille and Chelsea. We will see what happens on Wednesday. Just chill. CL, look, just relax. I will think about the whole CL semis after the Lille game. Just relax. Lantima, if Chelsea don't win, Lantima, I'm gonna blame you, guys.